So, this is my planning. I'm going to create a social media platform that is as great as Instagram, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. I'll repeat. My plan A is to create a social media platform which is as great as Snapchat, Instagram, or WhatsApp, and there is no plan B. So, hi, my name is Alan Abraham. I am the CEO and co-founder of SquadCam, an upcoming social media platform. To give a brief background of myself, I grew up in a small village in Kerala, and my parents are retired school teachers, and which basically tells you that I belong to a middle class family. And I remember my school used to charge only 30 rupees per quarter as fees, and also I vividly remember that I had classmates who could not even afford that amount. So, being a Malayali, of course, I used to have a lot of NRI uncles and so many cousins who were being raised abroad at that time. So, seeing them live a superior lifestyle and use fancy devices and speak better English, of course, than I could, I used to feel a little bit insecure. I think it is that insecurity which triggered the ambition in me to become somebody who is very important in the world. So I was not a brilliant student in class, but I did well in studies. I realized much later in life that I had a condition called dyslexia, very minor, but I guess having that disorder affected my classroom performance a lot. It was my sheer ambition to do better than others and excel in every area I participate in that made me an all-rounder in school and college. I spent more time and effort learning in comparison to my classmates and just to keep up with my performance. Before getting into my entrepreneurial journey and details, I would like to mention one last thing about me. I believe I am more creative than almost all the people I have ever met. I can say in managerial terms, my USP is creativity. My entrepreneurial days started back in 2005 during my engineering college first year. I started selling Airtel SIM cards and recharge coupons to my college friends, of course. So it was a very risky business because the profit margins were really minute, and I had to deal with my seniors collecting money from them. I learned the basics of cash flow management at that time, and with almost no investment, I was easily making around $500 a week, more than enough as pocket money for an engineering student at that time. I was also part of a MLM or multi-level marketing business at that time, which didn't go so well. But despite being a failure, I learned the basics of sales and marketing from it. I understood operations and team management when I started to sell photocopies of notes to my classmates during engineering itself, and the demand was so high that I ended up renting a Xerox machine and also keeping a junior as my intern to print the Xerox copies. So by that time, by the end, third year, fourth year, I was so confident about myself and my abilities that I could easily crack 3 interviews and eventually got placed in 3 companies. But in 2009, recession hit the market, and none of the companies to which I got selected called for joining. So in order to pass time, I joined the CAT crash course and ended up getting 98.6 score. So I was not so good at speaking English at that time. So despite applying to IMTG, I got in IMTN, But let me tell you, I had the best time of my life at IMT Nagpur. I did dual MBA in marketing and HR. I learned a lot here, made a lot of friends for life. I also got my business partner from here. And last but not the least, I found my life partner also from IMT. So that is the most impressive thing I think I have done so. To be honest, IMT transformed me into a person with a direction. By the end of the second year, I was more clear about what I wanted to do in my life. And also I was also clear to whom I wanted to get married to. Basically, I had a very pretty clear picture of my professional and personal life by that time. So back in 2011, when I passed out of IMT, there was no culture of startup really. Being a Keralite with no business background and someone who did not want to ask more money from parents, I had no choice but to join a job. My logical decision was to work somewhere for a few years and get out of there later to start something by my own. I worked in TCS as a pre-sales consultant for 5 years before resigning and starting my own business with my IMT batchmate Keyur Balawat and few others. So that was my second biggest achievement in my life so far. And first, of course, is convincing my Punjabi girlfriend's family to get her married to me. So we formed Plutoman Technologies Private Limited in 2016, and I still remember drawing the logo concept on my notebook and showing it to my business partners. We have come a long way since then, from a 4-member team to a 30-member team now. And let me proudly say, Plutoman's Technologies is one of the best AR/VR service provider company in India. And so this is not me who is telling this, but a study done by Your Story last year. But we had bigger plans. In 2018, we formed a second company called Plutoman Space Force Private Limited. The vision was to create a product which the entire world will use on a daily basis. We identified an area to provide our solution and started working on it. Almost, I think all of us use social media applications, right? But do you know the number of photos which are shared outside social media applications, like on Bluetooth or any other things, are around 400 times more than the photos which are shared on the public social medias which we know. And the sharing is not so efficient. So we created an AI-based face identification technology which can share photos automatically with the people who are in the photograph instantly, the original size photograph. I'll repeat once again. AI-based technology which can automatically share photographs to whoever is in the photograph automatically and instantly, and the original size photo is getting shared. So for example, I am clicking a photograph with any of you, it will identify you. The moment I am clicking the photograph, you will be getting the original size photograph on your phone without any additional step. So we designed an entire social media around it and named it SquadCam. We are releasing this platform in few months' time, so I cannot hide my excitement about it. Once released, it is going to be the first of its kind from India, and we are so proud of ourselves of the fact that we dare to create a global product in an area which is dominated by US giants. Okay, let me come back to my initial statement. My plan A is this. I am going to create a social media platform that is as great as Instagram, Snapchat or WhatsApp, and there is no plan B. So before I go into Q&A, let me just tell you a few lessons I have learned over the years. First one, Identify what you are passionate about and also good at the same time, and start or restart your career in that area. So it can be vlogging, it can be sports, it can be a startup idea, it can be even a job. But do what you love to do, and more importantly, do what you are good at. You might be passionate about basketball, but if you don't think you have skills to be a great player, don't consider that area. Do it. Doing what you are passionate about and at the same time good at will eventually fetch you success. Second point, be ready to fail, because chances are that you will fail and you're going to fail over and over again. But each time you fail, you're going to learn a lot of new things. Take it from me, even if you are very good at something, you do not become the best on the first day. Messi was an overnight success, people say, but even with that level of skill sets, it took him, I think, years of practice to become an overnight success one day. Third point, be consistent. There is nothing more powerful than doing the same thing again and again and again. Few failures should not make you leave what you love. Be logical about if you want to hit or not, but do not keep jumping from one thing to another. And last thing, the fourth thing, take care of yourself. Be happy, be gentle to yourself and the people around you, because there is a long way ahead and you're going to face a lot of roadblocks. There will be so much pressure on you and there will be nothing positive happening for days, weeks and months altogether. Only thing which will keep you going for a long time is work-life balance. Enjoy every moment of your hardship too. So truly this is my story and views on entrepreneurship. Now let me stop here, and if you have any questions we can discuss that.